That was weird. It switched the window on me. We're here. We're ready. We're getting going here. It is a Lord of the Rings Online day, I think. Assuming no more technical hiccups. That was a fun one. Alright, I'm getting this stuff out on social media, and then we're going to be ready to go. Where are my hashtags? I'm having to scroll down a bit in my feed. Hope everybody's doing well today. There we go. There we go, right here. That looks good. Alright, one last place, which is Discord, and then we are good to go. Alright, everybody, how are you doing today? It is a fine Monday, May 8th. If you didn't miss this morning's episode of Mondays in Middle-earth, today we were covering part 4 of the appendices in the Fellowship, the Return of the King, which is Gondor and the Heirs of Anorion, which is it was a really deep chapter. We're going to be getting into the Stewards of Gondor in next week's episode. Plus tomorrow we have a cool announcement because we're kicking off the Decoding Dune series. I'm going to be reading through the Dune trilogy, just like I've been doing with the Lord of the Rings books the past year, but we're starting a new series with the Dune books. So we're doing Dune, Dune Messiah, and the Children of Dune. So if you like that kind of stuff, make sure to stay tuned for all the things in that regards. Let me get this up. This is the way. All right. The only thing we've done to this character so far is we ran him through the intro, which was that video we dropped. Man, I tell you what, that was a couple weeks back when we did the intro. I tried to do the champion, or I was going to do a dwarven champion, but I tell you what, the dwarven starting area is bugged in Ered Luin. I submitted a bug report, 2 bug reports actually. They got back to me and said that they have sent it off to the bug team, dev team, but haven't heard anything back. But it's not spawning some of the mobs that you need to complete the quest. So I got some new mail here. Well, we're not going to worry about that now. So what we've got here is we literally got dropped out of the starter intro area, and we have no quests other than the anniversary quest, which we're not going to do. And the objective with this character, so you know, is eventually to level up the Burglar enough that I can do a Burglar class guide. Because I've got experience with pretty much all of the classes in Lord of the Rings Online. I've done guides for the Champion, the Guardian, the Hunter, the Minstrel, the Lore Master. I still have to do the Runekeeper. I feel like there's something I'm missing. There's the Runekeeper and something else. Oh, the Captain. I got to do the Runekeeper and the Captain. Actually, there's 4. Runekeeper, Captain, Bjorning, and the Burglar. I have a little bit of experience with the Captain, so I'll probably do the Captain next. My lights are flickering. Hopefully that doesn't mean the electricity is about to go out. We'll know here in a minute, everybody. I live in the boonies. But I need some more experience with the Burglar, because I haven't really ever played the Burglar before. So we're going to be playing the Burglar of a series of videos so that I can get him high enough to be able to do the game guide. But in the meantime, also, because I've never done the Yonder Shire. So, the Yonder Shire is level 20. So what we're going to be doing is, I'll be live streaming this character as he works his way through the Shire, which I've done before in the past with a couple of different characters, so this isn't necessarily new or anything. But then we'll eventually be going to the Yonder Shire, which is up in here, which we haven't actually done before. Having never done the Yonder Shire, I'm looking forward to doing this eventually. By the way, if I disappear all of a sudden, everybody, it's going to be because the electricity went out, because my lights are flickering, which means they might be doing something with the power outside. That's not my house. That's them doing something with. Like, go figure. Right as I start streaming. All right, let's talk to Mundo Sackville Baggins. This is outrageous. I will not be satisfied until I receive compensation for my treatments at the hand of those Blackwolves. I have been most ill-used, and it is more than any hobbit would stand. A Sackville Baggins should be able to travel throughout the Shire and even into Breeland if he wishes it without danger of being abducted. And when a Sackville Baggins is promised gold, he had better receive some gold when the whole thing is done with. It's only fair. I wrote this letter while you were off looking for John Brackenbrook. It doesn't include the business with the brigands burning Archer, that ranger becoming so queer, but it's sure enough for old Flower Dumpling. Take my letter to Mayor Will Whitfoot, Mickle Delving. He'll be just outside the town hall, which will be to your left, surrounded by hedges when you enter town. Val says, what's a hobbit doing in the Shire? It's just not right. Alright, so we've picked up a quest from him, which is the prologue quest. Ooh, the Bounder has a quest. I love his hat, by the way. And the vest. I don't have any outfits on this character yet. From the Shire to the Breetown. We will take that, but we're not doing that anytime soon. That's a long way away quest.
Might I have a word with you?
There's one Okay, hang on. I need to read it. There's tell-yeared one who helps those in need. Well, if you're here to help us Shire folk, you'll have to join the Bounders. Most hobbits are friendly enough, but suspicious of strangers. As a Bounder, they'll trust you. At least a little bit, anyway. If you want to join the Watch, you'll have to speak to the second sheriff. He's the only one who can sign you up. You'll find him in Mickle Delving, near Town Hall. The second Sheriff Bruntz is respected by most folks, so if he says you're right sort, they'll listen, and I'm going to get a Bounder's cap. Which is just like the one he's wearing. Alright, got a couple of quests here right away. Oh, we have a crafting quest. I am not gonna craft with this character, so no. What is this quest? A bundle for Mickle Delving.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Hello. Are you passing through? Would you perhaps be heading down to Mickle Delving? You see, I have a satchel that must be delivered to Postmaster Proudfoot. The reputation of the Quick Post Service isn't what it once was, and I really want gentle hobbits throughout the Shire to once again trust in the speedy delivery of their mail. Would you mind taking it from the table over there and delivering it to Postmaster Proudfoot? He can be found in the town square just outside Town Hall. Just look for the stone wall. You gotta deliver it as quickly as you can, because he won't be happy with me if we get to him late. And don't let any of them busybodies bother you when you deliver the mail. Come rain, come shine, come nosy hobbits, a post must deliver the mail on time. Alright, where are we going? We're currently in the Little Delving, so we're gonna be going down the road. Alright. Here's the Alright. Hopefully there's no nosy hobbits between here and there. Probably have to worry more about the nosy hobbits when we get close to Mickle Delving. Alright, let's see here. Oh, I shouldn't have stopped. I got a timer. I was checking my Streamlabs. I'm gonna chew some ice. Your ears have been warned. What is this quest? Alright, let's just remember there's something over here. Oh man, where are we going for this one? Straight over there. Postmaster. Woohoo! Completed the bundle for Mickle Delving. And here's a letter for the mayor.
Good day.
A letter from a Saxville Baggins? It's not something you want to see. He's holding me personally accountable for his troubles in Breland? I wasn't even there. I've never even been outside the Shire, and now I'm supposed to pay just compensation to his family? He took no harm and was an archer of his own accord. You don't happen to know why I wanted to be mayor, do you? Because I seem to have forgotten.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I've thought about Mundo's demand. I pay compensation for his ill treatment in Breland, and I'm not going to do it. We simply can't afford to pay money to satisfy a single hobbit for an experience that was his own fault to begin with. The Sackville Bagginses have never liked me either. I think it was one of them that started calling me Flour Dumpling after the roof of Town Hall gave way and buried me in chalk, you know. I don't mind when the sheriffs called me that, but from the Sackville Baggins it's just too much. The time has come to take a stand. I will not be bullied by the Sackville Bagginses any longer. You can't push me around, and I don't mind telling them that. Well, actually, I'm a little busy. You run along to Bag Inn north of Hobbiton and tell Lobelia that for me, will you? Alright, now there are a boatload of quests here, but before we take any of them, I did see there was a quest over here as we came into town. Oh, is this the Bingo Boffin? This is actually a really cool quest line. I don't know if I want to start it right away, though. That's probably a video series all on its own, to be honest with you. So we'll save that. But we will go grab... Didn't I just see a quest over in here? I do. The Tavern Keep. And Esmeralda.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I haven't seen you here before. Sit down, take a bug of my black growth brown. Good stuff, ain't it? Best you ever had? No? Oh, well, you see, I've been entering the Ale-Farthing Brewing Moot every year like clockwork for nigh on 50 years now, and not one prize to my name. But this time, I think I've got the smell of best in show. See, I just heard that my old great-granddad, a took he was, who ran the Bird and the Baby in his day, won the Mute Prize every year he entered. I say his brown was the best ever, but it seems the recipe died with him because the bird just hasn't been able to compete since those days. I'm thinking he might have written down the recipe somewhere. Could be anywhere. Could be in the Great Smiles, over in Tuckborough, to the east of Mickle Delving. I wonder, would you mind going over there and taking a look? If you find that recipe, I'll give you the first taste of the new brew. I absolutely will.
Stay and have some tea.
It's good that you're here. I have a small errand that needs doing. Did you know my friend Dudo Chubb? Dudo Chubb. He works in Bywater doing odd jobs in carpentry. He's complaining that his tools are not fit for use, so I want to have him this new hammer as a festival gift. I mean, yeah, it's. I don't normally do the festival stuff during my streams, but if I make my way to Hobbiton, I will deposit said hammer. Did it push it through my inventory? Excuse me, I'm yawning. Alright. I forgot to reset my bind. Let's do that right now. What's up, Graham? Alright, now we can go over here and start just loading up on quests because there are a lot of quests to pick up. Hold the Postmaster until a little bit later, because that'll be a run somewhere to deliver.
Dear me, please don't leave yet.
Mayor Whitfoot set aside some money to refurbish Town Hall in Mickledelving. It seems the carpenters haven't received it, and they won't work unless they're paid. One of the mayor's other assistants, Griff O'Buffin, was supposed to make sure the carpenters receive the money, but he hasn't shown up for work, though, and I'm worried that something has happened to him. He lives up in Needlehole, far to the north and beyond the Ruckshot Bog. Could you take a look at, make sure he's all right, and return here with the missing money? He lives near the center of Needlehole. The best way to get there is head west to Waymeet, then follow the road north and west to the Ruckshot Bog until you reach Needlehole. I'd do it myself, but I'm responsible for making sure the mayor's image remains untarnished, and, well, with Mayor Whitfoot, that's a job that takes more hours than there are in the day. Okay. It's a great game. Yeah, I've been playing it since launch as well. I have way too many characters in this game. It's it's extremely relaxed, yeah. Ah, you're sent my way, were you? Well, I've heard good things about you, and I'm well happy to have you helping us out. Welcome, well met, you're hired. Help out as many Shire folk as you can, and you'll rise through the ranks. Our cares may seem of small importance to others. Delivery of the mail, the tasting of fine foods, the lighting of fireworks, but you and I know they're worth protecting. Aid people in their daily concerns, but if you travel to more distant villages such as Needlehole, Overhill, or Brockenborn, make sure you bring a weapon along. Life's dangerous on the borders of the Shire, and the further you get from Mickledelving and Hobbiton, the more likely you are to see combat. Woo! I got my Bounder's hat. Should we show it? We might as well. This one I actually think I will show for a little bit. I gotta remember where to look up the, no, that's not it. Options. Oh no, it's in the, I'm herping and derping. Wrong game. This is what happens when you play too many damn MMOs. There we go. I'll actually show my hat. I got my little Bounder's cap. Shows I'm important. I am.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
You wouldn't help finding. Let's restart this. You wouldn't mind helping me out with a game of hiders and seekers, would you? You see, my friends Daisy and Polo have convinced me to play, even though they always hide in the same places. It ain't nearly as much fun when your friends are so unimaginative, as I'm sure you realize. It'd be fantastic if you could round them up for me. I'll give you a coin or two if you help me out, but I don't know how many more times I can pretend to be surprised that Daisy's hiding in the bushes next to Penny Grubb's home, or that Polo's crouched behind the carved statue of Marcho and Blanco. Alright, where does the postmaster want me to go?
Might I speak with you a moment?
Okay, Satchel needs to go to Waymeet. Where the hell is Waymeet? Let's hold off on that quest for just a minute, because we got a couple that we can do right here in town without needing to go abroad. Let's find the kids first. There's kid number one.
Good day.
Rolla sent you to find me, did he? Always takes him so long to find us. Just between you and me, I don't think he's very good at hiders and seekers. Alright. The other little rodent. Child, sorry, child. I meant child, not rodent. It's over here.
A lovely day, isn't it?
He gives up so easy. I'm not sure he can do that in a game of hiders and seekers. Pretty sure it's against the rules. Alright, a couple more quests to pick up while we're here.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I've received a most distressing letter. My good friend Dora, who's a chicken farmer near Waymeet, has written to say that a pack of wolves has invaded the Shire and driven her from her farm. She's in Waymeet for the time being, but the sooner she can get her farm back, the better. Can you help? Wolves in the Shire, what's going on in the world these days?
Hi there, give me a moment.
Ah, you're just the sort I was hoping would come along. A bounder. Ooh, we get a cloak. Eh. My brother up in Brockenborn is the bounder, so ordinarily I'd ask him for help with this, but it's such a long way from here, and I really want to get this problem taken care of. There's a terrible infestation of shrews to the east of here. Alright, we can take care of that. Matter of fact, why don't we do that first? The evil, vile shrews. Alright, we gotta do a few of those burrows, it looks like. Oh, that's a creepy sound. Alright. One more. Alright, that's that taken care of. I feel like we could turn the music up a little bit. I had turned it down for a different video I was doing, but the loading screen music is really obnoxiously loud. And then you get into the Shire and it's much lower. Oops, wasn't you, it was you. Ruby Primstone.
The gall of some folk.
Okay, you're welcome. Woot! I completed a deed as well. Alright. Oh, I used that before I had set a... I wasted that, Bum-ba-dum-bum. No, I didn't. It said it's going to charity, so it just picks the first one. Okay, so I need to figure out what I want my first one to be. What is my most important stat here? Agility? It sounds like agility is my most important, or vitality. I mean, I'm always going to be a big fan of hit points. Since I'm soloing most of the time, I'm probably going to want to go maximum hit points. But honestly, I've never had a problem in this game. I've never had a problem with surviving. Decisions. I don't know if I want to focus on agility or vitality. Let's go ahead and go for agility. Let's see what we got here. I am doing well, Varus. Hopefully you're as well. Glad to know that you're enjoying Lord of the Rings Online. Alright, confidence, determination, empathy. Do any of these add agility? Got a lot of fate and vitality. Oh, there it is. I already clicked it. I'm herping and derping. Yes, determination. That's the one we want right there. Okay, can we slot it? No, we have to earn a rank first. Okay, raise traits. We don't have any yet. I need to spend a point. Gambler's advantage. A critical hit enables the bird to strike upon a tearing bleed to the yes, I'll take that, please. Okay, now if I had to guess. Find footing. Okay, that's going over here. That's a critical hit chain. These are all critical hit chains. So that's a dual strike. That adds a damage, and this adds a bleed. Okay. Copy that. Alright, back up to the town hall.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Hiders and seekers, not much fun when your friends always hide in the same places. I don't think it's a game they're very good at. But wait a minute. You say that Daisy mentioned hiding until I found everyone else? That's strange. I thought Polo was the only other hobbit I was supposed to be looking for. They mentioned maybe getting autoplay, but I didn't think they'd actually do it. Well, here are the coins I promised you, but it sounds like your work as a seeker might not be done yet.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
This is serious. I thought I was only playing hiders and seekers with Polo and Daisy, but it sounds like they talked Odo pipes and convinced him to play as well. Do you think they might have mentioned that to me? At any rate, Obo has an reputation for being the best hider in all the Shire, at least as good as old Bilbo was in his day. So it's said among folk in the Bird and the Baby. I don't know if it's true, but I do know that Odo Pipes is sure to have capital hiding place, the very best. I'll have more coins for you if you can find him. He'll be somewhere in Mickle Delving, so don't wander too far. You also might want to talk to Polo and Daisy again. They might be able to give you some tips on where he's hiding. Okay. I'm never going to wear shoes, so it doesn't really matter what I take here.
How do you do?
I do know you worked while stacking barrels. The Bird and the Baby, just to the north. Everyone should try Lord of the Rings Online if they enjoy Tolkien and Middle-earth, because it's the only Middle-earth MMO we've got, so.
A lovely day, isn't it?
And it really is a good game. Stacking barrels.
Oh, good day.
What can I do for you this
So far,
fine
nobody in
day?
here. I'm gonna sell all this stuff. Hold up. I need to sell a bunch of this. So far, nobody in here wants to talk to me. Aha, maybe you.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Okay, Odo Pipes used to work here in the Bird and the Baby. In fact, he and I were responsible for rolling out the barrels, rolling them back in when they were emptied. But one time he helped me climb up on the roof to fix a leak. So he might be up on the roof, maybe. It's the music system has definitely inspired a whole kind of subculture of. There he is. I see him up on top there. You know, subculture of people who play this game to be in a band and participate in the music festivals and the like. I like how he's just like casually laying here, just hanging out.
How
You
do
found
do?
me. Well done. Very well done indeed. You should return to Rollo and tell him he knows how to choose a good seeker.
Hiya!
What's up, Metaphor?
Hello there.
Alright, it doesn't matter which one of these, so... 'cause I'm not going to wear either one. Alright, I think we're done with quests here. We need to go to Waymeet anyway for the next, so let's go ahead and pick up the Postmaster stuff.
Might I speak with you a moment?
And hope for no nosy hobbits. Crap, there's a nosy hobbit right there. No! Go away, nosy hobbit. Did I get around him? I made it. Whew! Alright, run like the wind. Nice! Well, hopefully we have a safe trip home. I can't remember if there's torches or not. I haven't played a character here in the dark in a while. There's a nosy hobbit right ahead of me. Woohoo! Alright. That quest is completed, and we have a turn in here.
Oh, woe is me.
Peony sent you to help me. She's a sweet lady and a good friend. I'm glad to have your help. But yes, the wolves have come slavering near to Waymeet recently and seem to head straight from my farm. What was all I could do to escape to Waymeet without them noticing me?
I hope it's not a bother, but...
When the wolves chased me off my farm, I didn't have time to collect my babies. My poor darlings. What was that? My chickens, of course. If those wolves haven't gotten a hold of them, I just don't know what I'll do. Alright, so she needs me to save her chickens. I'm really good. We don't have wolves here. We actually don't have foxes either. But we do have hawks. The hawks will get our chickens if you don't pay attention to me. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now. That's what I was thinking there was a lantern command, but I can't remember it right now. Yeah, Lotro's a great game. It's a great time to get into it too, because ever since the 15th anniversary last year, they've added a ton of content that used to be, you know, behind paywalls for everybody, and now it's just freely available up to Helm's Deep and level 95. Lotro Torch. Ah, the stupid... Oh, these are the old Lotro forms, that's why. Oh, hold up. Let's see if this is actually, it says Alt F10. That didn't do anything. Huh. Well, maybe there was at one point in time. I don't know if there still is, to be honest with you. I was just curious because running down the road, it was really dark. Huh. Let's look at something here. I'm genuinely curious now if there actually is one. That's gonna be under probably key mapping. Lantern? Oh man, they don't even have it. Doesn't even show lantern anymore. Torch? Nope. Light. So it says there used to be one. It doesn't appear that there is one anymore that I can find. I'm gonna scroll down here and just double check. Those are all the quick bars. Well, it was supposed to be bound to Alt F10. That didn't work. So now I'm actually, because when I searched for lantern, it doesn't even show up. So now I'm just checking to see if it's even still in the game. I sure as shit don't see it. No, that's not doing anything either. Huh! It might not be here anymore. Well, fiddlesticks, not a big deal. Let's go take care of the wolves, which are just up the road. Does it still show on the loading screen? Huh. Wolf Slayer. It's just general curiosity because coming down the road, it was genuinely dark. I was like, I don't remember having ever paid attention to it before. There's a chicken. Bark, bark. Ooh, there's the wolf leader. Come here. I'm actually kind of tired of rescuing chickens. I rescue chickens every morning. One chicken in particular. We have a rescue chicken who, Frida, who is getting bullied by two of our hens, and I have to literally rescue her every morning. She jumps up on top of one of the chicken coops and tries to escape from the others who are always picking on her. You know, I should probably go back to Mickle Delving. I don't need to, I guess, for the quest, but I should go ahead and take harvesting on this character, even though I don't want to do crafting. Just, I don't know. I really don't need to is the problem, and that's just another thing that's going to sidetrack me. I've got harvesting on every freaking character under the sun.
It's terrible.
I just, there's something that triggers me when I run past a node and I don't harvest it, especially when it's like tier 1 and tier 2, because I know they're worth tons of money on the broker. So it's like, triggered, I must harvest. Alright, so now she wants me to kill wolves. Alright, we can do that. Got you covered, Dora Brownlock. Let's gather up a few of these. Pretty happy with the gambler line so far. It's going to be interesting to see what it's like when we get higher up. Oh, wait, this isn't the wolf den. Herpaderpy! Oh! Need to pay attention more. This was not the right spot to be killing wolves, but hey, never a bad thing to get more hides. These count? These count. Yeah, right? Yes. Oh, he sensed me or something. Oh, what does that do? So that's like a crowd control spell. How cool is that? Riddle. Dazes the enemy briefly, waking the foe when damage is dealt. Mounted combat daze replaced with the debuff that reduces damage against dismounted players. It's a 30-second... Holy shit, that's a really good... That's a really good mez. For 30 seconds? That's about as long as the... War Master one is. Speaking of which, we got a ding, which means... Where do I want to put... You're hard to detect when stealth. No, that's later on. I'll take that last. Increases damage over time? Absolutely. Okay. I love this ability that you get, this bob and weave. It grants a heal over time when you evade an attack. Can only trigger once every 5 seconds. But that's a really cool thing because one of the reasons I'm bumping my agility up is to try to get my evade skill as high as possible, because since I'm going to be soloing this character a lot, I want the survivability to be up there. So to be able to crank my evade up there, I'm going to be able to proc that heal over time all the time. I mean, so far I've taken on 6 mobs at a time and had no problems. Obviously, we're in low-level content, that the survivability of this character might change when we get into, like, Moria, as an example. But so far, I feel like it's pretty on par with pretty much everybody else. DPS is definitely slower than I anticipated, but I feel like it's a little more like the Lore Master in terms of the actual DPS of the character.
Oh, woe is me.
The Minstrel has kick-ass DPS ability these days. Like my Minstrel is I played the last time my brother and I played together, he had a Warden and I had a Minstrel, and the DPS spec for the Minstrel is out of this world. Like, I just did the Minstrel guide I did a couple weeks back. If you watch that video on my Minstrel guide, like, I'm one-shotting. I literally was running around one-shotting mobs with my spells. It's insane. Like, the DPS of the Minstrel is really well done these days. The ringleader of those wolves must be in hiding. Until we do something about that, Chief Wolf, no one in the area is going to be safe.
I hope it's not a bother, but may I speak with you?
There's been a rumor of a scarred old wolf spotted away from the rest of the pack, across the road from the wolf den on my farm. I think I've done something terribly foolish. My neighbor, Jolly Smallborough, is a true gentle hobbit, and I suspect he's something of an admirer of mine. Unfortunately, I mentioned this wolf business to him, and he swore to take care of it for me. If you don't mind, could you please find him before the wolf does? I'd feel terrible if something happened to him. Am I gonna get a cool shirt? Not really. But I'm a bounder. I have to take care of helping those in need throughout the Shire. I did try a Burglar many years ago when the game first came out, but it's been so long, I didn't think it would be right to do a Burglar guide unless I got some hands-on experience playing them in 2023, so that's what this character's all about. Got to get up to speed with how the Burglar's playing these days.
What do you need?
Dora was worried about me? Truly. Perhaps she does have feelings for me. Well, to tell you the truth, I was a little worried myself about what would happen once that wolf showed its muzzle around here, but I felt sure my bucket of boar meat would lure the beast out of hiding, but oh well, maybe I didn't get smelly enough boar meat. I'll clean this up, and we can go talk to Dora together. I suppose I should clean up this bait. It smells something awful. Oh no! Nice wolf? Hooray! Thank you, friend. Dora's sure to court me now that this beast is dealt with. Alright. Speaking of hobbits, for those of you who aren't familiar with our house and our cats. We've got let's see here, Frodo, Merry, Luke and Leia, Sam, and over there on the chair, Smeagol and Pippin. So, yeah, it's all 7 of those rescue cats are in here today. I did a YouTube short right before I went live today. We're laughing about it because it's like 105 degrees Fahrenheit outside, like 42 Celsius. And so they're all in here in the air conditioning with me. Chris came in here and recorded a short for TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cats everywhere. Photo Sab, Mary, Pippin, Smeagol, Luke, and Leia. Luke and Leia were a year old in early February, and the other 5 turn a year old on the 21st of May or the 23rd of May. But this month they turn a year old.
It's terrible, just terrible.
I've not yet decided whether to take him up on his dinner invitation. He ran straight here to ask before you even returned. I'm not going to take the daggers because I'm just going to make my own daggers, so I'll take the breastplate maybe. Alright, what else we got around here? Nothing, to be honest with you. Where does the postmaster want to take me now?
Could I take a moment of your time?
Needle hole, which is up the road, and I have a quest up there anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright. I think we missed the nosy hobbit. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to go make an espresso here in a minute. Perhaps that's what we'll do when we get to Needle Hole. I might actually still have some coffee left over from this morning. I'll have to double check. The sounds of the swamp are pretty relaxing as you run through. Frogs croaking. God, you gotta love the music in this game too. I feel like the music in Lord of the Rings Online. Matter of fact, I think I'd have to check the video. I did a video a couple years ago called like my top five favorite soundtracks in MMOs, and I know Lord of the Rings Online was in there. I'm pretty sure it took the #1 slot. It might have been Vanguard Saga of Heroes that took the #1 slot, but I feel like Lord of the Rings Online is up there in like my top 3 favorite MMORPG soundtracks of all time. Alright, we're getting close to Needle Hole here, so I need to start paying attention to nosy hobbits. Alright, let's see here. Where is the postman? Right there. Woot! We have delivered. Alright. I think we made it safely. Okay. Let's see here. Darkest dungeon. Thank you for that, Metaphor. I appreciate that. I didn't get the I don't have the audio notification. That didn't go off, but I just noticed you did a €10 super chat. Thank you very much. There it went. There was the audio cue. I was like, it's delayed for some reason. I didn't know if it was going to go or not. Thank you so much for the super chat, for supporting the channel. It says, thank you said, bleh, if I could talk. Thank you for sharing your lovely cats. You're welcome. They used to be on stream a lot more because I used to, maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, Chris and I rearranged the office. So I used to have my desk in the other corner of the office, and so you could see the bed behind me. And so the cats were often in the shot when they were in here. But we decided to start using the green screen again, which I hadn't used for a couple of years, to just produce different quality of videos. And so we moved the office around, and so now I'm facing this wall, and the bed is over in the corner. But if you're here in the mornings when I'm so if I ever stream in the mornings or in the late afternoons. So here's the funny one. We were doing I think it was yesterday afternoon because I was streaming EverQuest 2 last night. Smeagol has his routine where because it's hot right now, they don't go out during the day, they go out at night. So they're outside cats. Literally, they're outside cats. I mean, they're rescue cats that were here when we bought this place. Their mama showed up pregnant, and we got a bunch of cats as a result. Smeagol has a routine. It's so funny. So he comes in about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and he will sit at my office door and just start crying and jumping at the doorknob until you let him in to come into the office. And he gets in his chair, and then Pippin will come in about an hour after that, then Sam about an hour after that, and then the other ones kind of will come in at various points up until about 10 o'clock in the morning. By 10 o'clock in the morning, everyone's in here. And Smeagol is the one whose routine is the funniest because you'll catch him if I'm streaming in the late afternoon, because around 5:30 or 6 p.m. is when he wakes up. And his routine is this chair is not for any of us. That chair is for the cats. That little plastic chair right there with a blanket on it next to me. So that chair is usually, there's a cat sleeping on it, or two. But Smeagol's routine is when he wakes up, he comes over to this chair, he'll wander over, and he'll meow a few times and say hi to you, rub against your legs and whatever, jump up on the chair, spend about 5 minutes on this chair, grooming himself and waking up. And then he does the stretch, which he puts his paws right here and claws up my office chair. This side of my office chair, the arm has all sorts of claw marks, and the other side has none. We've decided that, our office chairs are trash now. But he will stretch, then he'll come into my lap, and he'll try to bite the microphone and rub against your chest and face and start crying because he's hungry and he wants to go out. But otherwise, it's funny because he's out like a light, all day. He'll sleep from about 7 o'clock in the morning until about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. But his routine, he's the only one who has a very predictable routine. The rest of them it's kind of the same thing, but they do different stuff every single day, in and out of the office and so on and so forth. They'll go out and go to the bathroom and want to come back in. Sam will go out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes eat lunch, go sleep by the fridge, want to come back in at 5 or something. Mary sleeps outside in the cat, because I built the cat refuge. We were joking about this the other day. I built the cat refuge last year, and hardly any of them use it, except when it's raining. But yeah, they're. I like cats. I love cats. Chris did not like cats when we were dating many, many years ago, but now she loves cats. And Frodo is her baby. We were laughing about it this morning because I was like, I'm going to have to start recording videos of Chris eating breakfast because Frodo does not leave her alone when she's eating. And he gets all up on her shoulder, and he's this morning was actually he pawed a piece of food off her plate. He's becoming a little aggressive actually about it, but Frodo's her baby because he likes me, but he loves Chris and just constantly talks to her. And I swear I should just set up a cat cam because they kind of dominate the house and all the routines. But yes, you're welcome. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. All right, before I go any further, guys, I need to go see if there's any coffee or an espresso. So I will be right back. If for some reason the internet cuts out, I will be back. But you guys know who've been here for a while, I have backwoods internet, so it occasionally gets cranky. Yesterday it cut out at like 10:30 in the morning for a few hours, so hopefully it'll be good. But I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yes, cats are amazing. They all have very distinct personalities, and what's really funny is the way. So I grew up with cats. My mom and my family has a big dairy farm. Nowadays, it's a cattle farm, cattle ranch. But we've always said I grew up with lots of cats. But as an adult, I didn't have animals for many years because Chris and I were traveling for a long time for work, and you just can't have animals when you're traveling. So then when we bought the homestead last year, it was like we're finally going to have animals. And the idea was we're going to have one cat, maybe two. And then as soon as we moved in, Dora showed up and she was pregnant. So we got Luke and Leia. She brought Luke and Leia, who were like a few weeks old. They were feral. And then she ended up being pregnant after she brought the feral kittens to our house. But what's funny is I love how, with all animals it's the same, but, they have very unique characteristics, voices, personalities. I love what you just said. Your Maine Coon thinks that all breakfast is hers because it's in a bowl. So she's like bowl association. Bowl equals food. All food is mine because it's in a bowl. That's awesome. Oh, that's epic. Oh, man. That's how Frodo is. So Frodo has gotten to the point now where Chris says he's way too spoiled because she's been feeding him snacks all the time. And he doesn't want to eat his dry food. it very often because he's like, no, I don't want dried food. I want, Mommy, you're eating a sandwich. I want your sandwich. Oh, you're having, I want chicken. Cats are awesome though. Let's see here. Filbert Bulgar. Oh, I did get coffee,
It's
so
not a bother, but
everybody who's got
may I
coffee,
speak with you?
let's have a sip before we get going. There was a couple shots of espresso left over from this morning and a half a cup of coffee, so I did a mixture. So this is going to be like a coffee bomb. Gracious me, am I glad to see you. You see, my cow Daffodil's gone missing. And I suspect foul play. By the way, I love his shirt. He's got like a waistcoat vest shirt. That's really cool looking. Yesterday, a dwarf came by my farm. Olwer was his name, and he wanted to buy my Daffodil, but I wouldn't sell her. She's the only cow I got. Well, he didn't seem to take that very well, and I think he may have come back and stolen her. Now, I don't know where he might have taken her, but I remember his boots were caked in mud. I'll wager he was out trumping around in Rushock Bog. Maybe that's where he took her. Start looking at Troll's Knoll, southeast of here. Alright, Troll's Knoll. Oh, we have this other quest for Griffo Buffin.
A lovely day, isn't it?
I know what you're thinking, that I stole the money, but I didn't. I was supposed to take the money on a shortcut across the bog to Overhill where the carpenters are working today, and those ragged-looking dwarves came running down at me from the north. They had axes and looked like they meant to use them, and I don't mind saying I ran as fast as I could back to town, but I dropped the bag with the money along the way and turned my ankle too. I was just trying to come up with some way to tell the mayor the bad news when you showed up. Okay, so we're going to have to go look for the bag where he twisted his ankle. I think we have a new mount up here we can unlock. Yes, we can. Alright.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Alright, well, let's take a moment. I need to check YouTube, because we got to see if there's any new comments in any of the videos that got published this morning. Let me check this real quick. Oh yeah, if it's late, no, yeah. Usually my cutoff for coffee is about 4 or 5 o'clock. I have to check a video here. Just answering some YouTube comments here. So someone had asked me about Solasta Crown of the Magisters. Hang on. I can't type and talk at the same time. Somebody had asked me about the player-created campaigns and stuff that that you can do with Solasta because they have the Dungeon Maker, and I don't have any information on it because I've only played the actual campaigns that Tactical Adventures has published. But they have a whole community of players who make their own adventures and offer those dungeons up in their community. So someone is talking about that. Also, Abby Davis, thank you so much. She dropped a $20 super chat on today's video from The Lord of the Rings. We're doing the Mondays in Middle-earth read-through, which we've been doing for more than a year now. We're into the appendices right now. Today we published Gondor and the Heirs of Anarion this morning. That was what I read through yesterday. So we're getting towards the end of the appendices. We've still got a ways to go. Next week we're going to be doing the Stewards of Gondor section. But she did a $20 super chat, so thank you, or super thanks I should say. Thank you so much for that, Abby. Alright, let's get back to this. We need to run down the hill and go take care of some dwarves, it looks like. By the way, where's this guy going to send us next?
Might I trouble you for some help?
What's up? You want to come say hi? What? Yeah, why? No? The 7 cats. I just showed everybody the cats a minute ago. Yes, but you have to get down a little further if you want to show your face. Alright. She was ducking in because she thought I said something. She thought I hollered at her, but I didn't. Anyway, I stole your coffee, by the way, your espresso. Did you eat yet? Better go eat something. I had a big bowl of your beans and rice from the morning. Solasta is a great game metaphor. Right, exactly. It's like the Neverwinter Nights tool sets. Wasn't that called the Foundry, or was that a different game that offered that? It was called the Foundry. One of those had something called the Foundry. I'm pretty sure it was Neverwinter Nights, or was it Neverwinter Nights 2? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm currently working my way through the Lost Valley campaign for Solasta, and looking forward to the Palace of Ice that's coming. Gosh, I think it's this month actually. No. Is it May? They haven't actually announced the launch date yet. They've teased it a couple of times, but I don't know that they've actually launched published an actual launch date. But Foundry was Neverwinter. Yeah, gotcha. I love Celeste. I think it's a great game. I'm doing Pathfinder Kingmaker right now. About once a week, sometimes twice a week. Oh, Chris is going to record her video now. Con los ayudantes de gatos. Tienes que poner un letrero afuera que dice las casas de gatos. If you don't speak Spanish, Chris is just saying we need to put a sign up on the front of the house that says the House of the Cats. So this goes back to Town Hall and Mickle Delving. Alright. Well, we'll do that later on. Yes, there were a lot of Neverwinters. I remember liking Neverwinter Nights 2 more than the first one because you got the outpost or the castle or whatever it was that you were able to manage. That's one of the things I liked a lot about Pillars of Eternity was, you know, you got that castle, but in the second one, in Deadfire, you've got the ship, which I think it's more fun on the ship because you can actually do ship combat and everything else. It's kind of like being a pirateer, but it's still either way is a lot of fun. And then Kingmaker, the only thing I have against Pathfinder Kingmaker is they put the time limits in place for certain elements of the campaign, which I don't like when there's time restrictions like that, but otherwise it's still a great game. But it's all, I mean, it's all up in there with the Celesta style CRPGs. The poor cow looks like it was attacked and partially eaten by a large beast. Around its neck you find a bronze bell. We've collected the cow bell. Need to take it back. Yeah, I never played any of the online Neverwinter Nights roleplay servers. Yeah, I have no frame of reference for those. Alright, let's go find that money pouch. Am I supposed to go up there somehow? Are these guys gonna attack me? They are totally gonna attack me. Aha! Oh my. This may have been a bad decision to just go charging into like this. That's a lot of dwarves behind me. Oh my god! Let's see if I survive this. Whew, that was close. Twas close, closer than I like to admit. I don't have a healing pot on my hotbar. Alright, take a breather. We survived. There's the money bag. What's going to be really interesting is when I get into the skirmishes, I'm probably going to take a Guardian skirmisher to be a tank so that I can actually start doing some of the DPS from behind, like the sneak attacks and stuff. Because I'm not planning on playing this character in a group, so it's mostly just going to be me running my way through and doing the guides and stuff. I'm very interested to see what that is like. Bring the money bag to Assistant Fellahide. And the cowbell back to Philibert Bulgar. Yes, I think I will. I don't know that I've ever taken an actual Guardian through the skirmishes before. Pretty sure my Hunter and Lore Master... No. I think my Lore Master uses a champion. My Hunter uses a healer. And I don't know that I've ever ran skirmishes outside of those two characters, to be honest with you. Right, the Protector's gonna take aggro. Right, isn't the Protector the Guardian? That's the one I'm thinking of, right?
woe is me.
Hi, this is my daffodil's bell. What could have attacked her so horribly, and what did that dwarf take her? Poor daffodil, poor thing. Someone needs to pay for this, please. You need to do something.
Could I take a moment of your time?
That dollar has to pay for stealing my daffodil and for leaving her out of the bog to be killed like that. The dwarves who pass through Needleholm may not pay any mind to ordinary hobbits, but I reckon they'll listen to a bounder of the watch. You go tell Bounder Chubb about this, and maybe you two can keep that dwarf from getting away with this. James says yes. That's the protector is the guardian, and he's done it before. Awesome. Good to know. Where is the money? Where's the assistant that I'm supposed to turn the money bag into? Oh, that was back in Nickel-Delving. Herpaderp.
Oh, good day.
Sammy, are you waking up? No? You just move in position? Okay. What? Filbert's cow's dead? And he suspects a dwarf? That's outrageous. Most of the dwarves who pass through here are an agreeable lot, but lately there's been more than a few rascals about. I don't know this old word, but it wouldn't surprise me that was one of a bad lot. The problem here is I can't go off accusing dwarves of being thieves without proof. It would upset a whole lot, and we'd probably never find the one responsible. What to do?
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
You can train the protector for greater threats, says James. Awesome. Well, I'll definitely be doing that with this character then, because I would like to just try that out. It'd be kind of fun. I've got it. There's a dwarf by the name of Ulfar with whom I've had some dealings in the past. He might be of some help. I think he's a sort of overseer for the dwarves or some such. In fact, just the other day there was a bit of a tussle between two of his folks, and he waded in and broke it up. The other dwarves seem to respect him, so he might know what to do about his people here that will be of use to us. There literally is a dwarven structure right up here. I'll be damned.
Well met.
Aye, it does surprise me that Ulwer's involved in this. Number of dwarves passing through lately are of low character, and he's the worst. I wish I could tell you where he was, but I've not seen him about for a few days. Those other dwarves might have seen him, though. In fact, just the other day I saw a bunch of them crowding around a parchment of some sort. Didn't catch what they were talking about, but I did hear Ulwer's name mentioned. That parchment could have been their orders. If you go out to Ruckshot Bog and acquire a few of those letters from the dwarf hunters out there, we might learn what Ulwer's up to. Well, off we go then. Alright, should be a dwarf right up over the hill. Is he gonna count? Yes. I would love to know one of these days what causes that hitching with the music sometimes in the client. Lots of people complain about it. I don't know that anyone's ever found a workaround or a solution. Oh, it's definitely way faster than yours, Thomas. So there are various perks you can get with your coins, with your Lotro points, to speed up your mount speed. I can't remember what they're called, to be honest with you, off the top of my head. But like when you go into the Lotro store, there's like all the perks that you can buy for your character. So I bought years ago the account-wide bonuses. So all of my characters have 78% speed, which I think that's the max you can get through the coins. I think the first one you buy is like 62%, and then you can go up to 78% from there. I could be wrong on the tiers, but I think there's 2 tiers you have to buy. I think there's one tier that puts you up to like 60 some percent, and then another tier that does 78%. I can't look at it now because once you've purchased them, they disappear from the store and you can't see them anymore. But I do have those purchased for my characters. So for account wide, and it was a lot of coins, I mean, I remember the account wide one for 78% was like several thousand Lotro points, but I saved up for like 6 months. I've always played this game as a VIP. This is the first time I'm not doing VIP right now. I'm actually on the free to play. But I've always done VIP, and I've just saved my coins over the years. I think I probably have a few thousand still. I'm gonna go check real quick. I'm gonna actually, out of curiosity, I'm gonna go look to see if we could see if that's actually on the store, because I'm pretty sure that once you buy something, it disappears. Where is that gonna be at? Probably under character upgrades. No, it's not gonna be character upgrades. What about account? Shit, I don't remember what it would be under, to be honest with you. Buffs and services? Movement buffs? No, these are just the buffs. I'm pretty sure that it's not available because I can't see it because I've already purchased it. But you'll have to just go look in here. I don't know where it will be, but there's mount speed. They're permanent mount speed. They're not just buffs. They're permanent mount speed upgrades that you can buy. And you need to pay attention because some of them are per character, and some of them are for all your characters on an account. So it's more expensive to do it for all your account, but it's worth it if you plan on playing this game for a long time. Because, I mean, the way I've always done it is I've always VIP'd, and then I'll just save up my coins, and then I buy the things with the coins that I would lose if I were not a VIP. So that way, if I ever do play VIP, I have the things that I would have if I were otherwise was a VIP. So now I pretty much have most everything. Plus, if you're a new player, Thomas, one of the other things to pay attention to is usually around the holidays, towards the end of the year, especially around Christmas time. It's usually around Christmas time. Standing Stone Games usually does a big quest pack offering where they will just give you for free. They will just give you tons of quest packs that have been in the game for like 10 years, right? And usually you have to buy those with points through the store. But so pay attention to those because on their social media they will promote those from time to time. And it used to, I'm telling you, the 15th year anniversary changes they made last year were huge to the game because now all of the races are free, all of the premium classes are free, other than the Brawler because that's a new one. They got rid of the coin cap, so there's no longer a coin cap, and now everything up to Helm's Deep and level 95 is included for free for all free-to-play characters. However, I still think VIP is totally worth it because you start earning those points, which you can do to get things like if you ever decide to get into crafting, you need to buy the I don't have it on this character, but it's the what's it called? The Enduring Toolkit. But there's 2 versions. There's one that's the yellow version, like the Enduring Toolkit, and the other one is like the purple version, which is like the crit version. And it's like 800 points or something. I don't remember. But if you're going to get into crafting and harvesting, it pays to buy that from the Lotro store because it's a universal toolkit that allows you to have one tool for everything, for all your harvesting and all of your crafting, and it's tradable between characters on your account. So if you decide that you're going to switch characters and play a different character at some point down the road, you can just send it in the mail to your other character and you'll have it without needing to buy it twice. Universal Toolkit, that's the one. James says writing speed is under map skills, travel skills. Let's go look real quick to see if I can see it. Hang on. Writing speed is under map skills, travel skills. Okay, no, I can see him here. So the apprentice writing trait gives you 68%. And then what's the one I have? Because I have more than 68%. Like I have 78%. So I somehow I have another one. Anyway, it's there's the writing stuff in here. So just check that out at your leisure. All right. Did I get the? I did not. Oh, I did get the orders. So what else do I need here? Nothing. I'm good. I got the orders. To the dwarf Ulwer, son of the Dour Hands, and loyal to our cause. Words of your promise has reached my ears, and you will be great in my eyes as you can deliver on it. If a stone troll might be captured in this land called Shire, I will reward you with riches beyond you and what your fathers have seen. Do not fail in this, for punishment shall come surely as swiftly as reward. Skorgrim Dourhand, mightiest. So the journeyman one? Okay, yeah, see. I don't even remember what I purchased over the years. Plus, I remember I bought that like 3 or 4 years ago, so it's been a while. Thanks for that information, James.
What do you need?
Ah, you found the orders. I told you that bunch is up to no good. Now hand them letters over, I'd like to look at them. Ha! Those fools. Those orders you found weren't written by Ulwer. Some dwarf named Skorgrim promises riches if he can deliver it. And I hardly believe this. A stone troll. I've paid no mind to the old wives' tales of such creatures in the bog, but Ulwer must have listened and promised one as a gift. I cannot imagine what a dwarf would want with such a vile creature, but it can't be for any good purposes.
Why'd you
Ooh, this is a small fellowship quest. So what if we can do by ourselves? We're going to try it by ourselves. See if we can survive or not. Alright, Ulfar, let's do this.
The stone troll of Rushock Bog. A terrible legend stalks the fens, enraged by the dwarves who seek to capture it.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Our quest will not be easy.
Be careful. We've got to get into this camp and slay that stone troll that may have captured. And when we get into that camp, be on the watch for that Ulwer. He won't be too pleased to see us trying to slay his gift. Alright, let's go. Indeed, Liam, a little bit of Lotro today. That gate's closed up tight. I know what'll get it open. Oh yeah! Open up, you in there! Oh, that's a lot of dwarves. Ulfar, what are you doing here? I know of Ulr's gift and I'm here to slay it. This matter's none of your concern. Leave now if you value your life. I will not leave. You were warned. Oh, he chucked him with a spear that had some sort of magical effect on it. Not good. By the way, what is the distance on Riddle? That's a healthy distance. It's a healthy distance. Alright, get up, Ulfar. Good job. Let's continue on. Oh, is this going to be one of those? Oh, it is. He's totally going to cheap out on us. Oh, the wound was more serious than I thought. You're going to have to go it alone.
What a dreadful nuisance.
Yeah, the wound is painful, but not mortal. Keep me from being much help. You must continue without me and slay the stone troll. Don't forget to be on the watch for Ulwer. He's going to do his best to stop you. I'll make sure that none of them escape from behind. This is a very common theme in this game, and it's the one thing I will poke fun at every time I see it. Is you'll be going along with a quest with some powerful powerful NPC, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, the wound is too great. I've sprained my ankle. You're gonna have to do it alone." That music is very appropriately creepy. Let's see if we wait for this guy to get a little closer. Oh, it doesn't matter. Especially in Rohan and Gondor, there's some really, really cool... I think my favorite expansion so far has been the Rohan content. Gondor's been a lot of fun too. The farthest I've gotten, the highest level character I have is in Osgiliath right now, which is my lore master. I've never gone beyond... I haven't actually gotten to Mordor yet, but I have that character. My lore master's in Osgiliath. Rohan has the quests in Rohan are really good, especially the latter parts when you're going into Fanghorn and you're working with Eowyn and Eomer, and get to see Theoden when he reacts to the Ents, and then getting into Helm's Deep. There's some really good quests there, and yeah, you get some really cool characters that go with you. I just realized I forgot to plug my Xbox batteries. Oh, I got him anyway. Hoodoo. I'm eventually gonna get to Mordor. my lore master, despite the fact that I've played this game for launch, I've always played so many different characters with my brother over the years that I've never actually gotten to Mordor, so I'm looking at that. James is going to answer your question. I could see comments going on, but I know I've got respawn happening here, so I'm trying to move through here really quick, and then I will answer comments after I get through to the end of the instance here. Thank you, by the way, James, for being so helpful. I've got at least one right here. I got two. Oh, there was two of the bastards. I do not have any potions, which is not a good thing. Alright, let's hold up a second here. This is going to be a bit tricky, it looks like. Thomas says, so far I've been crafting my own gear as a guardian. I noticed that quests reward gear with more armor but less stats that I've crafted. Is crafted gear the way to go till endgame content? James says, yes, crafted gear is quite good and the improved guild recipes are even better. At 140 there's Ember gear and Delving gear. Crafted gear is always a good base to earn the better specialized raid gear. Ah, you're a lifetimer. Perfect. That explains a lot, sir. My take on things has always been that the purple crafted gear, which is the crit version of crafted gear, is absolutely the best you're going to get outside of the epic story gear, which is the main quest line, which is like the prologue, chapter 1, book 3, that kind of stuff. Those quests give you really good gear. In my opinion, they give you the best gear outside of like raids and stuff. But he has a very good point about the crafting guilds as well, which I think you can only get if you're a VIP these days. Like my woodworker's in the crafting guild, my weaponsmith is in the crafting guild, my leatherworkers, the tailor's in the crafting guild, because then you get the specialized recipes, as he's saying. Yeah, and there's also the single-use recipes that you can get that drop in the world. But yeah, there's the crafted gear. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Everything James said is spot on. Man, I do not know about this encounter right here. This is gonna be tricky. 1, 2, 3. And he's a signature. I should probably mez him and take care of the other ones. I wish I had like a oh, well, I do have, but it's too high level. I can't use it yet. It's a level 15 pot. Well, we're gonna have to try it. See what we can see. Alright, come here, buddy. How did I not get that other tracker? You fucker, he's gonna run for me, isn't he? Oh, he's gonna trigger the troll. Run, 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 run. No! He's gonna... Okay, cool, he took out the... Alright, here he comes. mommy! Alright, defeated the stone troll. James says the single-use recipes are identical to the guild ones. Okay, there you go. Alright, did Ulfric come in here yet, or is he still out of the front gate waiting for us? I feel like he's probably still out of the gate waiting for us. With his poor little wound. Alright, Ulfar. I did all the heavy lifting, sir. Well done! I got a patient waiting, so I had to see how you're doing, but it seems like you did fine without me. That stone troll's slain, and it seems all others as well. Paid a high price for his crime, stealing that cow from Philibert, didn't he? And with him gone, this dwarf shouldn't trouble Rushock Bog much longer. As for Philibert, don't worry about him. I'll make sure he's given money to purchase a new cow. You've done well today, my friend. You have my thanks. Let us away. Alright, I need to mark down. That was a cool little quest. I don't know that I've ever done that before. Maybe I did, because I've done the Shire before, but I don't have any remembrance of this quest. Well done, you certainly deserve this reward. Let me mark this down. That was called Instance. A gift for the North. And this is the timestamp on this is 1.48. I'll spin that out. I'll spin this out as its own episode for the channel. So this is the perfect moment for me to say, by the way, we're going to keep the stream going, but for those of you who are watching in episodic format, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. What do we want from this? I'm not going to take any weapons because I'm about to go make my own weapons. Excuse me, it really doesn't matter, actually. I'm going to go make myself a whole set of gear before I play this character again. I was waiting until I got to level 10. We're about to get there, so... Does any of this stuff look cool cosmetically? No. What about the robe? Oh, I'm taking the robe. I'm totally taking the robe. Because the robe actually looks kind of cool. That's a hobbity looking robe. Sweet! Alright, we'll hold on to that for cosmetic purposes. Lucas! You waking up, buddy? How you doing? You want to come say hi? Or are you just wanting to go outside because you hear mommy in the kitchen? Lucas is a big baby when he wakes up. Here, let's say hi to everybody. Yeah? Say, Daddy, I'm still sleepy. Do I have to be up here? Yeah, you're gonna eat the microphone. Yeah. Are you the big boy of the house? You ready to go get some lunch? Yeah, mommy's in the kitchen. She probably has more hamburger for you. Yeah? Wanna go get some burger? You're such a good boy. Alright, come on. Say, Mommy, I want some burger. And now he doesn't want to go out. He'll probably come out in a few minutes, but he's waking up now. Oh, Smeagol's still passed out. Alright. I think we can now take the mail back to Mickle Delving. Yeah, I've never played, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you're here for that, James. I tried a burglar years and years and years ago. My original, I have 2 accounts. My the account I originally had was I used to play on Laurelin, which is the European, the roleplay server on the European side. And I've got a burglar from way back in the day, which I made my cook and farmer. But I don't think I took him beyond like level 15 or 20. It was just I dabbled years and years, like when the game first came out. Around the time Moria was there, I think was when I was playing him. But I've never actively tried a burglar. So since I'm in the middle of doing all the class guides right now, I was like, I might as well do this so that I can do every single class guide for the game.
I hope it's not a bother, but may I speak with you?
Alright, back to Mickle Delvin we go. I can tell you my least liked class is the champion. Not champion. Sorry, I misspoke. Not the champion. I love the champion. The captain. I do not care for the captain at all. I've tried a couple of different times. I'm saving the captain guide video for the very last because I just really am like, nah. I'm not a huge fan. I know that some people love it. I am not a huge fan. Lucas, you just didn't want to go out, so you're gonna have to wait till I finish delivering the mail, buddy, before I go open up the door for you. Don't you dare bite my legs. I still have all of our guild, our kin hall and everything is over on Laurelin. Up until last year, no, I guess it's 2 years ago now. The last big guild push that we did. We're on Laurelin with our kinship and everything else, but we haven't played with our community there in a couple of years. So the gaming community that we have, usually we cycle through and do MMOs. Usually like 4 to 6 months at a time. We'll play one game, then we'll move to the next one, then we'll move to the next one. But after World of Warcraft Classic, we got all the way up to doing the raids and everything else in Wrath of the Lich King, and that was just kind of, I think at that point we've been doing all that for about 8 years, and my brother and I were just kind of like, you know what, I'm just kind of burnt out on leading big groups of 150 players through a bunch of stuff. So now we're just sort of playing for ourselves and doing our own thing. So I'm over on, this character's on the Landroval server, which is one of the places my brother and I have characters from over the years, which is one of the US servers. But I actually still pop onto Laurelin quite a bit because I keep the kin hall updated and paid up, because we have a pretty cool guild hall in the Shire, and a lot of stuff in that kin hall I don't want to get stuck in storage. And my lore master is on Laurelin, so whenever I play my lore master, it's on the other server. But my hunter is here, so I'll play the hunter on this character. Oh shit, I almost ran into a hobbit. Woo! Pay attention, Tim. Can we head across country, or are the shrews gonna get me? My minstrel is on Laurelin, my lore master is on Laurelin, and then the characters I have with Chris are on Laurelin. But then all my solo characters are on Landroval. Yes, I know, Lucas, you're wanting to go out right now, but you totally said no when I opened the door a few minutes ago, so now you gotta wait until I finish. There's a hungry hobbit. I remember there was a nosy. There he is right there. No! No! I'm falling down the hill towards him. Run! I made it. Somebody just set off some fireworks. Alright, and we can turn back into System Falahide. Ooh, that was a loud bang. Oh, now he just climbed up in the chair and went to sleep. So at first he was crying to go out, and now he's like, nope. Do you want to go outside, buddy? You want to go outside? I can go open the door for you if you want to go. Come here. He totally went outside, so he's good. He's out now. Alright. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that Griffo's all right. A terrible thing, but it worked out in the end. I'll make sure the carpenters get their money with no shortcuts through the bog this time. Woot! Level 10! Dun dun dun! Which is what I needed to get so that I can make crafted gear for my character. James said I had the same impression of the captain, and he languished at level 60 or so for a couple of years, but they recently reworked the class, and now it's fun. Gotcha. Oh, Final Fantasy XIV. That is. I have tried multiple times to get into that game. The most recent was a couple years ago. I literally just picked up everything on the PS4, and I spent 45 days, as I recall. It was 45 days. I played every single day for about 3 hours a day, Final Fantasy XIV. I went all the way through A Realm Reborn, all the patched content between that and the next expansion, and then I got about halfway through the next expansion, which is what, Heaven's Ward or something. And then I eventually gave up the ghost after like 45 days. And I'll tell you why. It's not that it's a bad game. There's two things that drove me away from Final Fantasy XIV. One is the fact that they will have you working on a series of quests with all of these NPCs, and you're following a storyline for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, let's just say 10 quests in a row. You're following a specific storyline. Then all of a sudden, you stop the storyline, and they send you off over here, and you're doing something completely different, completely random with other characters for like 5 or 6 quests. And then they send you over to a different place, and you're doing a bunch of quests over here for some other people. And then over here, and you're doing quests for a bunch of different people. And then you're back to the first group, like 20 levels later, doing quests with them again. And they have this very incoherent system where you're constantly just running around the world doing... It drove me nuts. That was the first thing that drove me nuts, because there was not a linear storyline. That's one of the reasons I love Star Wars: The Old Republic and Lord of the Rings Online, because it's very linear. Like with here, we have the book quests. It's a linear quest lines. You can go off and do side quests and stuff, but it's point A to point B. It's a storyline. The other is Star Wars: The Old Republic. You have the main class missions of, say, the base game where you have your class missions, or then you have like Mujin and I just finished the Rise of the Hutt Cartel recently. Very linear with side quests, but you're forward, always forward in the same direction. You're not going off here, you're not going off there, you're not doing all these random things. And here's the other thing that drove me nuts about Final Fantasy XIV. Not that it's a bad game. Again, different strokes for different folks. I think it's a great game, but that part of it drove me personally nuts. There's a word for it, and I don't remember the word, but I always say it's the ooh-woo factor. It's the ooh-woo. Like, that part of Final Fantasy XIV drove me nuts. Like, the constant, like, ha-ha, ooh-woo. Yeah, that part of it, the anime part, kind of, it's not my style. I very much am a more Western fantasy style player. But that's just personal. There's a lot of things that Final Fantasy XIV does really well. They've got good raid content, good dungeons, good group content. The cutscenes are freaking amazing. I love the mount system where you can get the mounts, where you can like have your friends come along and ride mounts with you, and the gift system where you can give gifts to other people. There's a lot of fun stuff in Final Fantasy XIV. But the randomness of the stories sending me all over the place that have no, it just doesn't all mesh for me. And then the ooh, got to me. And yes, the stories in Lotro keep getting better. I think they do. I was nerding out when I got to Rohan. I think that was 2 years ago when I did Rohan for the first time, or finally got through it and was working my way through Gondor because it was really cool when they they do more voiceovers for the main characters in Rohan. So like you were actually getting cutscenes where Theoden is fully voiced, Gandalf is fully voiced, Aragorn is fully voiced, and so you're getting to actually watch fully voiced cutscenes, and I was like, this is really cool. And then like when Theoden is nerding out over seeing the Ents, after Helm's Deep, it was just, there's some really cool stuff in there for people who love the books in Lord of the Rings Online. Violet says F14 is pretty and I want to like it because I love the crafting, but I can't get past the boredom period to get into levels where it's supposed to get really fun. Oh yeah, somebody made a good point about this, and I'll repeat that here. I did my review of Lost Ark, right? And I gave it what I would consider to be a fair shot. I gave Lost Ark a fair shot. My review for Lost Ark was not very good. I liked the gameplay. There were some things I liked about it. Visually, it looks beautiful. The gameplay is good. The writing is fucking horrible. The voiceovers are worse. What really got me was just a whole bunch of stuff. Somebody came on the video and left a comment about how, well, you just really need to give the game another shot because it gets really good once you get it to like 150. Like, you get up to level 150 or whatever's the max. And he's like, you could buy a story boost and it's going to get you all the way to the cap and you can just skip all that little stuff. And, this is when the game gets really good. If a game isn't good in the first 5 to 10 hours of the game, there is no way I am going to pay to play it at the cap, there's also no way I'm going to continue to try to push through to get to the good stuff. If it's not good all the way through, I'm just that's a bone I have to pick with game developers. Extended Metaphor says, that's fair. I've loved Final Fantasy XIV for so long. The story is actually one of my favorites in any game ever. I have credit the game more than any other. The story that I played through was really good when they were sticking with like the main storyline. It was when they would send me off on some random tangents. I was like, no, just get me back to the main story. Warseed quests with other NPCs is fun. Thomas says, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and I'm annoyed that I've put this game off for as long as I have. Still questing through Breland, just love soaking in the story. Dude, if this is your first time... Thomas. Man, I feel like you are about to embark on an epic journey. So, I haven't done an episode in a while. But let me give you a perfect example of why you're going to love this game so much, Thomas. And hopefully my internet doesn't poop out while I'm in the middle of telling you this story. Well, here's the thing. If you're VIP, you get access to everything just with your VIP. So pay attention to that as well. Anyway, here's a story, Thomas, of why I think you're going to love this game so much. So I used to do a series on my channel called Lotro Tourism. So I was literally following in the footsteps of the Fellowship from the Shire. The last episode I did, I haven't done one in a while because I got sidetracked with other stuff. So I think the last time we left off was we got to Lorien, and I did Karis Galadhon, which is this, the capital city of the High Elves right there in there. And then I was about to get into Mirkwood, and that was the last time I've done an episode. So we got up to that point. Here's one of the coolest things you're gonna find. This is the kind of stuff you'll find, Thomas. This is why I gotta nerd out with you a little bit. When you're going through this game, you're gonna find pretty much, if you read it in the books, you can go to it, you can see it, you can touch it in the game. Here's some examples. When you get to the Trollshaws, you're gonna find the 3 trolls from The Hobbit. I think it's called the Stone Troll Glade, actually. You'll find the stone trolls there. But here's an even funner one. When you get into Goblin Town in the Misty Mountains, right, which is where Gollum was and where Bilbo found the ring, not only do you get to find Gollum's cave, which is, you have to find it. It's like a total, like, it's way deep in the Misty Mountains. But not only is it so cool when you get there, but on your way through Goblin Town and as you're going through the caves and everything else under Goblin Town, you'll find It's the coolest thing ever. The goblins have painted. There's cave paintings. The goblins have painted these paintings on the wall of the caves of these very crude, rudimentary pictures of Gollum because the goblins are terrified of Gollum. So there's these cave paintings of like this creature that comes out and kills the goblins. It is the funniest thing ever. There's also another quest in the Trollshaws, which you can get to as you go through the Trollshaws quest line, where you actually get to chase Gollum down because he's been hunting some creatures, and then it's confusing the local hunters, and they have you go out and find him and stuff. The coolest thing about this game is that it's based on the books. So everything you read about in the books and that you love from The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, you get to see it, touch it, feel it, explore it, go to it. I've yet to find anything from the books that I couldn't get to and explore in this game. It's so good. It's old, it's a little dated in some areas, but I think for the most part they've kept the game fairly modernized. They do. The one area I will say everybody complains about it. Everyone complains. The optimization for their servers sucks. There's constant hitching. You noticed it on my stream probably. The music starts and stops very abruptly when it's getting ready to loop, and oftentimes when it's getting ready to restart a track, the game will freeze, and it doesn't matter what graphics card you have, what your hardware is, there's just random hitching. But that's the server performance. They've not optimized the game that well. That scene when you're chasing Gollum, I have a whole bunch of screenshots from that too, James. My brother, it was funny because I'd done the quest like 3 times, and my brother had never done that until I think 3 years ago when we were playing together. He got to experience that quest line for the first time in the Trollshaws, and he was freaking out the whole time because it's just this cool moment where it's like. But I love how you get to interact with all the characters. But the one thing I will say that they do very good with Lord of the Rings Online, Thomas, also is. As good as the books are, I think this is... when people ask me what's my favorite MMORPG of all time, I always say this game. Even though I don't play this game full time. I play lots of other games because my channel, my day job on YouTube is to play lots of games. This has been the mainstay. This and Star Wars: The Republic are the 2 games that I never uninstall these games. I keep Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars: The Republic installed, and I play them off and on throughout the years. The writing in Lord of the Rings Online is the best writing you're going to come across in any MMORPG ever. Yeah, it's not fully voiced, and it doesn't have a ton of cutscenes the way, say, Star Wars: The Republic does, but it has novel-length content, especially when you get into the book quests and you get deep into, like, Moria is this thing into itself, and you're going to be underground for so long that by the time you finally get out of Moria, you're going to be like, oh my god, I can see light. There's light. I can see the sky. Because Moria is so epic, but it's underground the whole time. But the dwarves and the storylines with the dwarves are really freaking awesome. And when you have to go down into the very foundations of stone and you find... I don't want to spoil things, but everybody knows Gandalf and the Balrog fall down, right? There's a quest where you have to go, find traces of that encounter. I'm trying really hard not to spoil it, but you're going to go down there and you're going to find some stuff that's related to them falling down, and it's this cool, really, really cool moment when you're down and there's this huge open lake and you're down in the belly of Moria and you can see where the Balrog fell. It's just so freaking cool. And then getting to work with air. There's a quest in it's not my favorite one, but there's a quest when you get to Lothlorien where you're off doing some stuff with Gimli and Legolas, and you're fighting orcs with them on the outskirts of Lorien. But I mean, still for me, I think I love the Rohan Gondor arc, and I haven't finished the Gondor arc yet. Like I said, I'm just up to Osgiliath, so I'm actually searching for Faramir right now with my lore master. But Rohan was so freaking cool, and I actually shared a screenshot. I can't remember the name of the character now. It's somewhere on my Twitter. The love story that happens between the hill woman and the guy from Rohan throughout the entirety of that Rohan questline, that love story. And I cannot remember the name of those characters because that was like 2 years ago when I did those quests. I cried so many times, like towards the end of that. And then when it all happens, I literally posted a screenshot of them together, and I was like, still a better love story than Twilight, because it was at the same time as that meme was going around, because it's just, and they're not even characters from the books. They're invented characters, but they're so well done. And they're so well crafted, and the writing is so good that you fall in love with those characters, even though they're not even from the books, you know. And I will say that as cool as the Shadows of Angmar, which is the base game, as cool as that is, everything that comes after it, just the world building gets better, the writing gets better, the quests get more epic. They start adding more cutscenes into the game, the stakes get higher. Then they add, like, once you get into Helm's Deep and you actually get into, what are those called, James, when you do the missions, where you have like the objectives to like repair the catapult and the drawbridge and all that stuff. I can't remember what those are called. It starts with Helm's Deep. Epic battles, is that what there's called? That's a whole nother system of like that's a whole nother level of gameplay, especially if you're going to do it with your friends, like, because there's all these objectives and you're earning points to put into like how fast you repair the catapults and all this other stuff. Nona the Dunlendine. Yes, Nona. Nona's the character I'm thinking of. I freaking loved Nona. She was so well done, and so was the guy from Rohan, you know, who's struggling with his identity. There's so much good stuff in this game, like, and I've never even gotten to the cap, like James was talking about, like the raids and everything else that happened in the end game. I haven't even gotten to that, and I've played this game since it launched, you know, like there's so much content in this game. I've been talking so long I went AFK. There's so much content in this game. It's so well done. Thomas, you are in for a really, really, really good journey. And don't skip the epic quest lines. Like, just the epic quest line is so well done, and it takes you, like, the storyline for Shadows of Angmar is really cool. And I gotta say, like, you get a really cool painting at the end of it, which you can mount in your house. And it is a really good. Oh, dude, I actually put up the episode of Defending Pelargir a couple years ago. I haven't done the Minas Tirith one yet, but Defending Pelargir, I nerded out on that because I was in the middle of reading that chapter, and it was like, oh my god, I just read about this, and it's so well done. And then just also the way you're meeting Aragorn at that time, and he's with all the all the people and everything else. It's just, nerdgasm. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, I got sidetracked. Nothing else in Nickel Delving. Where did the postmaster want me to go? Yeah, I always get sidetracked making new characters with my brother because he doesn't play as often as I do because he's got less time. But it's like every time he comes back, it's like, let's make a new character. We're gonna go play dwarves this time, or next time we're gonna play hobbits, and you know. All right, speedy deliveries. Tuckborough, which I think I have a quest there, so yes. Avoid nosy hobbits. Oh, and I will also say the Bingo Boffin questline is one of the funnest things I've done in a long time in this game. Which I haven't started with this character yet because I'm going to actually, I'll make an episode about that for the tutorial series. But I think the Bingo Boffin stuff is really cool because also you get those awesome maps that you can get to mount in your house of him crossing Middle Earth, and they just look so cool to have mounted in your home. Oh, the other thing, Thomas, like costumes in this game. Like, yeah, you can buy stuff from the Lotro store and there's everything else, but like there are, like, I would highly recommend that you do quests everywhere, even if it's like gray to you and like you're not going to get XP, because a lot of the stuff you get from quests you can end up using as cosmetic gear. Plus there's cosmetic gear you can get from the skirmish camps. There's so many ways to get cosmetic gear in this game, and you can obviously have Lots of different cosmetic sets. That's an addiction, by the way, if you get into that. And then there's the faction gear you can get. So yeah, cosmetic stuff is another way to like lose yourself in this game. Yeah, those are new, I think, within the last like year or so, aren't those, James? The Sons of Elrond quests. I've not done those. I was saying earlier tonight, like, I haven't done Yonder Shire yet. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this character was I wanted to actually go run the Yonder Shire quests. So I'm really looking forward to eventually getting to level 20 and go running Yonder Shire for the first time, because I've not seen it. It's been out for like a year. I think at least a year. I think it came out with the 15th year anniversary, right? Alright, I need to be on the lookout for nosy hobbits. Oh man, hang on. There's like a wall here that they're gonna make me go through. Hedge. Please don't be any nosy hobbits. Please don't be any nosy hobbits. That is not where I'm supposed to go for the mail. Alright. Boot. Bundle for Tuckburu. Alright. I have a whole bunch of quests here. That's a crafting. That's one of the crafters I've never done, is the Scholar. Thomas says I've got the low-level quest thing turned on. That's because his arrows just said, I don't want to miss the thing. That's brilliant. Oh man, don't say that, James. Now I'm thinking about whether or not I want to make this character a scholar or not. I don't want to do crafting with this character. I need to stop. I need to shut that part of my brain off.
Hi there. Give me a moment.
Here's another thing. There's a brilliant quest here. So here's another example, Thomas. I can't remember what quest it is. I probably won't do it today because I don't remember exactly where it is. But there is a quest here in the Shire where there's a guy. This may be the beginning of it. Somebody here is missing. And you have to run all over the Shire trying to find out what happened to this guy. And it eventually turns out that he fell asleep in the back of a wagon and went all the way to Isengard and came back and didn't even realize the danger he was in. But it's this, he has this whole epic adventure because he fell asleep in the back of a wagon that was transporting like pipeweed to Isengard. And it's like there's these little snippets of lore that you'll find as you're going through the game and doing the quests. It's a hell of a lot of fun.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
When son Wilkin was younger, I made him lunch every day. So she wants me to take lunch. Oh, is that a... Oh, she said hurry, and I thought it might be a timed quest, but it doesn't look like it is. Right? It's another... Okay. I don't need to do the postman right now. Thane Paladin took the second.
Can I take a moment of your
Thank
time?
goodness, I am in the sorriest of straits. My library's haunted. I think it's the ghost of the old Took. Bring me the pelts of a few bears, it will maybe ease his spirit. Okay.
Might I have a word with you?
Huh. My cousins decide to play a trick. Okay, Adelbard. Okay. Went and hid the chapter that he had written, and now he's upset. Okay, so I gotta go find out what's taking him so long from returning it. So here's the other thing, like, all these paintings and things, like, you can decorate your house any way you want, but, also, I will say, I read the news the other day, I think it was a couple weeks ago when they dropped the news that it's in a prototype phase right now, but they're talking about adding more hooks for houses. Now, it's only in prototype phase right now, so it's not confirmed for insertion into the game. But the way they do housing here is they use the hook system, which means a hook is where you can literally like hang an object. So you can hang a bookshelf or put a table there. It's the slots that you have to put items in your home. So if you've played Star Wars: The Old Republic as an example, it's the same system. You have a limited amount of slots per home where you can put things, and only certain objects of a certain size or type can go into certain things. So there's large slots, small slots, so on and so forth. And they're talking about adding more slots to the game for houses, which is going to be really cool. I did not know there was a deed to collect the paintings. Oh, that's another thing. Deeds. Deeds, this is for Thomas. Like, the deeds are a whole nother side project. You can earn cool things in the game, like you can earn additional emotes, you can earn additional trait points for your character, special titles, all sorts of fun stuff, and you get Lotro points when you complete deeds. Where the hell was the door out of this place? That's the library. I remember back in the day when you had to do when there was the limitation, like if you wanted to get like the deeds for the emotes, like you had to like kiss someone so many times or salute someone so many times, and they had like a limit if you could only do it like 10 times per day. And also it used to be like when you were getting the deeds for using your abilities, there was a limit on how many times you could do them per day. I don't know if that's still the case or if there's still a limit on how many times you could do them per day. Oh, there's something still behind me. What is... Bird and the baby. Which quest is that? Collect the yellowed recipe. I must have missed something in there. The Great Smiles? Within the library, perhaps? Aha! Yellowed recipe. There we go, right there. An old recipe for ale, written in a delicate, spidery hand. Alright, so we can take that recipe back. Excuse me. Oh, I got some new abilities I didn't even pay attention to. Throw knife. I have a feeling I will never use that ability. Touch and go. Heal yourself and improve your defenses. This will not break stealth. Restores 50% of your maximum morale. What's the cooldown on that? Five minutes. Alright, so an oh shit heal basically. Alright. Well, let's take this back over to Mickle Delving. Hang on, I'll get sidetracked. quest do we have over here? Gerbert took. Ah, we're searching for Gerbert took because she's missed a meal. An ability called Touch Yourself? No, it's called Touch and Go. New deed, bleeding is better. Oh, that's because I dinged level 10. Gotcha. There's his journal. Collected the journal. Fine as usual. Monday. Today Peregrine dared me to hide in one of Longo Burrow's wagons. The ones. Oh, this is the quest. This is the quest I was just talking about. I think. Maybe. He doesn't think I'll do it, but I'll show him. This might be the quest I'm thinking of. Where the guy was missing and ends up in a wagon and goes to Isengard. When you crit on cunning attack, you get a double crit bleed. Nice.
It's been a foul day.
Let me take a look at
Ted.
his journal.
Don't you turn your back on me?
The last journal entry says that our fool cousin Pippin dared him to hide in one of Longo Burrow's wagons going east. The strangest thing was this was written some time ago. Pippin's been away in Hobbiton, and Longo's farm isn't that far away. Perhaps you could speak to Longo, to see if he's seen Gerbert. His farm is on the Stock Road east of Tuckborough. Yeah, this is the quest. This is the one I'm thinking of. Longo's leaf wagon. And this is totally the one I was thinking of. It's been a couple of years since I did the Shire, but this quest totally stuck with me over the years. I want to finish this really quick. I don't like to get sidetracked too often. Let's do this.
Goodness!
Why, come fall about some fool took? Well, I might have seen him, but I ain't gonna tell you I've seen for nothing. You're gonna have to do me a favor first.
Goodness! Could you help me with something?
My pipeweed's known throughout the Shire. A bit beyond, that means I've got lots of folk coming to ask me for leaf. My current crop isn't ready for harvesting yet, but I'm a smart hobbit, you see. Back when the bears were sleeping, I hid a barrel of leaf in one of their dens for just such a rainy day. Get that barrel for me, and I'll tell you what I know. Okay. Alright, we're gonna skip those two. New deeds, sights of the Shire. We're gonna go to the bear's den. I want to finish this quest line to see if it is the one I'm thinking of. I could swear it is, because I want to share this on stream. Alright, supposedly there was a bear's den somewhere here. Aha! Alright, got the barrel of pipeweed. Do 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 do. Alright.
Dear me, what do you want?
That took you're looking for. Gerbert, yeah? Aye, he hid in one of my leaf wagons. But I haven't seen him, eh? Didn't say you'd actually seen this took of yours. I just said I'd tell you what I know. And that's all I know, not off these, so he hasn't seen him. Even though, supposedly, he hid in one of his leaf wagons.
some folk.
How terrible. That Longo's a rude sort. Back to the matter of Gerbert. I think I may have just had a thought. Who else we might be able to ask if you're still willing? Sure, why not?
Don't you turn your back on me.
My cousin Aldous married a Rollo Buffin in Woodhall. The importance of Woodhall is that much of the pipeweed from Tookland passes through there for other points in the Shire. Rollo oversees much of that pipeweed, and since Rollo hid on a leaf wagon, Rollo may know something of him. Alright, now, this is a bit of a run down the road, so... I'm gonna head on down here to Woodhall. Woodhall's a pretty cool looking little place. If I remember correctly, it's the one that's kind of back there in a hollow. Did I forget to... No, that's on. Never mind. Get to see a little more of the Shire today. Ooh, there's a bandit or somebody on the road. A brigand knave. Yeah, we're gonna ride right past you, buddy. Yeah, we'll probably end up running down the road to Stock because the next mountain is right down the road, so we'll unlock that since we're down here. What's up, Sammy? You waking up, buddy? You gonna come over and say hi? You wanna come over and say hi? You're not supposed to get on the desk, but he's doing it anyway. Come here. Come on. Oh, you jumped down. You wanna go outside? Come here. Oh, purr. Yeah? Are you awake? I don't think you're awake yet, are you? You heard Mommy in the kitchen, so I think he's hungry. Leia, are you awake too? Alright, hang on a second, guys. I gotta let some cats out of the room. Let's get into... Yeah, Woodhall is the place I remember. I love the way Woodhall looks. This is just a cute little town where you come in here and they've just got this nice little hollow back in here. Come on, Sam, let's go outside. Go on, ask Mommy for some lunch. Leia, you wanna go outside? No? Alright. Frodo, you're waking up too? All the kitty cats are waking up. They're like, it's lunchtime, it's 3 o'clock. Who are we talking to here? Rollo Buffin.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Celia sent you my way, did she? Well, what a surprise. Huh, she didn't seem too fond of me after I married my elder, but I suppose times heals all wounds, as they say. So you're looking for a hobbit who hid in one of Longo Burrow's leaf wagons, huh? Gerbert Took was the name? It's funny you mention that, as I'm missing something myself, and I think they may be related.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I was expecting one of Longo Burrow's wagons to arrive a while ago, but the fool thing never showed up. I sent a message to Longo, but he never answered, and at the time I supposed he'd never sent the wagon. There's a clearing north of Stock Road where the wagons occasionally stop, due west of Woodhall, right by the well bridge. It could be you'll find some sign of Longo's wagon or this Gerbert Took there. Copy that. Going back down the road, it looks like. Oh, I may have jumped too far. I did. Poor little hobbit. Can't swim. He can't get out of the water. There we go. Alright, an abandoned wagon. You find loose pipeweed leaves in the wet bed of the wagon. The payoff to this quest is so awesome.
How do you do?
Very curious. You say this abandoned wagon had a wheel that was smaller than the others. That sounds like one of Longa's wagons, all right. I warned him it wasn't safe, but he wouldn't listen to me. I suppose the only way to find out what became of that leaf, and perhaps Gerbert took, is to follow the trail of leaves to the south.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
If I were to guess where that southbound trail of leaf goes, I'd say it winds up at old Odo's leaf barn. Odo Burrow was Longo's father, and he was everything Longo isn't. Meaning, he was a fine, respectable hobbit. When he died, Longo inherited everything, including that farmstead to the south of here. He abandoned it, but I wonder if he still isn't using it for something. Alright, travel south. Oh, bring some friends. A small fellowship quest. We'll be fine. We're about to go burgling. A burglar burgling in the Shire. Gonna burgle some pipeweed. Through the gate here, it looks like that is the case. Alright. What are we looking for here? Well, I see a... Okay, there's something on the map. Alright. I've been unlocking so many more Ds for combat stuff. Oh, there's somebody in a cage. Alright. I probably better take care of these guys. I don't know what's gonna happen when I pop that cage open. It changes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. When I'm playing my minstrel, I turn it down. Not the combat music, but the combat sounds. Because of the yelling. The yelling gets really annoying. Look at there! Gerbert took!
Oh, gracious me.
Bless that Athelia for sending you to find me, and bless you for finding me. You wouldn't believe all that I've been through. But I'll have to tell you about that later, because now we must make our escape. Quick, let's go. Oh no! Let's go, Gerbert. Oh, is there more coming? There's totally more coming. Ah! If I had to guess, it's probably going to be like a signature mob next. Yeah. Woo! I've successfully freed Gerbert Took. I think I can make it from here. Alright. Let's get out of here, bro. I'll meet you back at Celia's house. Alright, we are almost... we're closer to Tuckborough. I'm not going to run to stock. We're going to head back and do the turn in here. Yeah, they've taken the Hobbit's Isengard. This payoff is so good. I'm glad that I came across this quest while I was streaming because it's totally worth sharing with everybody. There was a quest I just ran by too, by the way. Alright.
The gall of some folk.
Thank you for saving Gerbert. You wouldn't believe how rattled the poor fellow was when he got here. He wolfed down the meal I prepared and had such a fantastic tale to
Hold
tell.
there. Give me a moment.
You wouldn't believe it. It seems that hiding aboard Longo's wagon took him much further than anyone expected. You simply must talk to him. The poor fellow's inside my house, just shaking something terrible. This is awesome. I love this.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Hello again. I'm overjoyed to see you, but I really must tell you my tale. That wagon I hid aboard stopped over on the stock road and I sneaked off. Some big men came and carried the pipeweed away, so I followed them. Near old Odo's barn, they put the pipeweed on another wagon, and I sneaked into that one too. What a mistake! That one traveled for days and days until we finally arrived at some horrible tower. I slipped off the wagon before they unloaded it at the gates to the tower, but then hid again, and soon a terrible robed man came. Some of the ruffians called him Sharky. His voice was so frightening. Even the big folks seemed scared of him. He ordered them to return here, so I hid on the wagon once more. The true irony is that once we got back to the Shire, the men spotted me and locked me up. Quite a tale, isn't it? Why, those men were scary. I think that robed man is more trouble. I think the Thane should know about this. Would you mind telling him? I'm done with traveling for quite a while. So from here we go to talk to the Thane and tell him about the robed man named Sharky. So he literally hid in a wagon and traveled all the way to Isengard without knowing it and made it back again. It's just, this is one of the funniest things ever in Lord of the Rings Online. I love it. This is the Landroval server, Michael. I need to timestamp that real quick, because I'll do a YouTube short out of that one. There and back again. For sure. Alright, let's go talk to Thane.
Is there something I can do for you?
That's quite a tale you spin. Big folk of the Shire and a robed fellow with a commanding voice. Strange days indeed. I think I should keep an eye on that Longo Burrow and his friends among the big folk. Likely we could drive them out, but I would like to watch them for a while and perhaps learn more of the Sharky that Gerbert saw. Let's see if there's anything that looks cool that I might want. Oh, that hat is ridiculous. No, I really don't care about any of these things. What's the dagger look like? No. I might take the club just for visuals. Completed. Took in a tower. Oh. Ding level 11. I'll go ahead and continue that. And, ooh, I just unlocked Blind Bet. Oh no, dot earned. I'm almost there to that one. It says you make an additional attack after using double-edged strike, inflicting moderate damage. So I'll earn that soon. It's going to be a critical chain ability. Okay, there it is right there. Blind Bet. After using double-edged strike, which is that one right there. Cool. Yeah, the Bounder's Cap's pretty cool for now. I mean, I'll eventually sort him out with some different gear. Oh, you know what I forgot to do though? I totally could put the robe on that I got earlier, because that actually is a kind of a cool looking robe. Let's go to outfit 1. There we go. There we go. He looks a little more. Oh, I gotta get rid of the boots. No, get rid. Although I will say those are really cool boots. However, hobbits do not wear boots. Everybody. So I need to turn those off. I will say, though, those are really cool looking boots. Like, what are those called? I may have to trade those to... Well, not... I don't think I can trade them, but... Ragged leather boots. Too bad they're account bound, or character bound. Ragged leather boots. Those have a really cool graphic. But not for a hobbit. Gotta be bare feet, man. I'll get rid of the gloves, too. There we go. Looking a little more respectable there with his hat and robe. Little like smoke jacket, a little smoker's jacket. Speaking of which. Yeah, hang on, I gotta get a screenshot here. And we even have the picture. It's behind my head, but there's a picture of a hobbit smoking a pipe. So that right there, I'm gonna turn the name off. Let me get another screenshot here. Take us through. This will be one of the thumbnails for my next videos. Oh, how to change the horse outfit? I think it's Shift M, Control M. I don't remember. I don't know that you can do it. I don't remember how to do it. I think it's Shift M, but I can't do it because I don't have access to the mount system yet. Don't you have to get to Rohan before you can do the cosmetics for the horses? All right. Well, I'm going to wind down, everybody. We've been going for about 3 hours, so this is a good point for me to go ahead and start wrapping up. But let's talk a little bit about what's coming tomorrow and everything else. So, first and foremost, thanks for everybody to hanging out today. I really appreciate it. I hadn't streamed Lord of the Rings Online in like a couple of weeks, even though I've been doing the game guides and stuff, so it was nice to get back to this game. I got really busy with Jedi Survivor for 10 days or so, but I'm done with Jedi Survivor now. My regular rotation is we did EverQuest 2 yesterday. We did Lord of the Rings Online today. I'll probably do I'll either do Pathfinder Kingmaker tomorrow or Star Wars: Old Republic. One of those two. Wednesday night is our Starfinder actual play series, assuming everyone is together. We missed last week because we had a man down because he had a family emergency, so hopefully we'll be back for that. And then tomorrow, we already have a bunch of videos already scheduled this week. So tomorrow is the 9th. So first thing in the morning, we actually have tomorrow morning my Lord of the Rings Online video on the best solo class for Lotro. Hint, there's not one. I actually talk about several classes. I think there's 5 that I talk about that are kind of like my pick. Although I do have one that is my favorite best solo class. That's tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central Time. That one goes live. Then at 8 a.m. Central is the announcement video for the upcoming Decoding Dune series. So for the past like I think 60 weeks, we've been doing the Mondays in Middle Earth. Every Monday morning, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Central, I launch an episode of Mondays in Middle Earth. We read through The Hobbit, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, The Return of the King. We're in the middle of the appendices for The Lord of the Rings right now, and then we're going to be doing the Silmarillion after that. So every week on Monday, there's a new episode of Mondays in Middle Earth. I'm starting the Decoding Dune series in the next week or two. The announcement video is tomorrow. I'm going to be going through the Dune trilogy, the original Dune trilogy, which is Dune, Dune Messiah, and the Children of Dune. One chapter per week. We're doing the analysis read-through of that. So if you like that kind of stuff, that announcement video goes out tomorrow. And then on the 10th, we've got an upcoming video for Pathfinder Kingmaker and a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's just directly tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow streaming at some point, maybe around the same time if the internet's good. As always with my backwoods internet, it just depends on if the internet's up or not, if I can stream. But if I can stream, tomorrow will either be Pathfinder Kingmaker or Star Wars: The Republic. We're going to try to rotate EverQuest 2, Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars: The Republic, Pathfinder Kingmaker. Those are the ones I'm playing throughout the month of May. The Champion? I've already done the Champion guide. But there is the Champion. The Champion shows up in my best solo class, but it's not my ultimate favorite. You'll have to tune into the video tomorrow to find out. But the Champion is my second most favorite. Thomas says, found your channel when I was looking for help with choosing a class. Awesome. So see, that's the algorithm at work. That's the YouTube algorithm doing what it's supposed to do, helping people find videos that are helpful to them. So I'm glad that you were able to find that. I'm assuming that was the which class should I play video. Yeah, there's a ton of videos, Thomas, so definitely check it out. I do a bunch of stuff here on YouTube, so for those of you who might be new, we do a lot of games, but also we do reviews of shows. So I do a lot of Star Wars and Star Trek stuff, so reviewing Star Trek shows, Star Wars shows. I do film reviews. And I have a series called My Favorite Sci-Fi Shows, which we dive into about once a month, maybe twice a month. We'll do episodes. I think the most recent we did was, I don't remember, but I just did the film, I think earlier like a couple days ago, I reviewed the film The Man from Earth, which is a fun little science fiction film. And then before that we did Ronin with Robert De Niro and Sean Bean, Jean Reno, which is like a 1998 action film, which is really good if you've never seen that movie. So we do a lot of stuff here. So thanks, everybody. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Thanks to those of you who supported with Super Chats today. I really appreciate the support. You can always drop a Super Chat. Our daily goal is $30 every single day. And then if you want to go above and beyond, we do memberships. I'm actually going to stop here because I have to go record our member-only video today for our members. So we're going to go do the member video now, and then I'll be back tomorrow for everybody. So thanks so much for hanging out today. James, by the way, thanks so much for being helpful today, James. It was great to have a lifetimer to Lotro in the chat today to help answer questions for Thomas and anybody else who might need more information. People who know more than I do exist. Yay for that, because I don't always have all the answers. So it's nice to have other people who can help out with things. So thanks. And Valis, it was good to see you. I'm scrolling up. Michael, thanks for hanging out. Who else did I miss? I know, I'm scrolling it through my chat. Metaphor was here earlier today. By the way, do you have a channel, Metaphor? I'm gonna have to go check it out, see if you have a channel. All right. Thanks, everyone. I'm gonna go get some food and record our member video. Till next time, everybody, stay safe, happy gaming, and enjoy